First question, Calvin. This is your second time on UFC Fight Island. How is it treating you so far?
Yeah, same usual hospitality over here at the W in Abu Dhabi, man. They're hitting all the stops, doing all the right things, and now it's just settling in and getting ready for fight night.
You seem to actually be a big star that the UFC want to use at Fight Island. Having looked at the history, you're the only actual fighter to headline 2 UFC cards. I don't know if you knew that.
Hey, I didn't know that, but I like where your head's at. It's another statistic. I like it. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Well, you're certainly a global star, Calvin. You've fought everywhere. You've fought in Moscow. You've fought twice in Abu Dhabi, Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're getting there, man. It's a credit to me and my team. We've been working hard for the last 14, 15 years, and it's nice to finally be getting our dues and putting in the work got us here, and just excited with the opportunities we have ahead of us.
Yeah, it was great to see Tyson win the Coach of the Year award, and the guys, you get top 3. Was it top 3 you got Gym of the Year?
Yes, yeah, top 3 honorable mention. And yeah, Tyson, man, he's changed up ever since he's won Coach of the Year. Now he's too bougie for the team. You should see him right now. He's in his robe. He's got his fan going. It's like it's his fight week.
Now, before we get started on your fight, I just wanted to briefly mention your teammate and your good friend, someone who's actually spent some time with myself, Rob Font. His fight last month, first round KO over Marlon Moraes. I don't know if you saw this, but when he done an interview with me, he predicted the second round knockout. He actually outdid his own prediction. What was your opinion on that fight? Were you surprised by that at all, or was that something that you expected?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. Rob's, like I said, I think he's the best bantamweight in the world, and he went out and showed that. But after a year layoff, I think he was, a little reserved with his prediction in the second round, and to a lot of people, they probably just thought he was talking smack. But him coming back, he found a way to improve while not having competed in over a year. And, credit to him going out and looking sharp, man. He's a stud.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah. And he's for certain got a big fight next, hasn't he?
Definitely. I feel like he's in the position that I was in after my last one. He just took out a top ranked guy, and, number 3 in the world. That's huge, man. He definitely deserves a big one next. And that's credit to him and just how hard he's been working over the years that I was able to witness it. And nobody works harder. Kid's a beast.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Now, let's get back onto yourself. 2020, I would argue, after the controversy, the disappointment of the Zabit Magomedsharipov loss, rebounded with 2 massive wins, the second round finish over Jeremy Stephens and the decision win over Dan Ige. How happy were you with your performances last year?
I was happy with the Stephens fight, and all things considered, with the Ige fight, I'll take it. He caught my nose a little early after a quick turnaround where I broke it, and I felt like I tried doing what I could to definitely secure the W, but it was tough getting in the trenches with him in there, and he's a tough Hawaiian man. He's got a head like a coconut, and he brought a tough fight, man. Credit to him and his team. Eric Nixon also brought. He was the other Coach of the Year with Tyson, so they're not too far off with their game plans. And on a 6-fight win streak, anytime you can get your hand raised, it's it's a good performance. So I'll take it, man. We went 2-0, goals to go 3, and now we have that opportunity January 16th here in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, to be quite candid with you, when I spoke with Jake, we actually said that, I don't want to quote him on this, but we both agreed that your 2 most impressive performances were in fact the Ige fight, because you showed your gas, you showed your pacing, and you took out, as you say, a top guy. Ige is not to be frowned upon in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no, 100%. 6-fight win streak. He's like myself in the sense that we're both. I feel like we don't get our dues, and we got that uncrowned champ mentality, hard workers. I feel like we're constantly overlooked in the division. So knew it'd be a tough fight, and we were prepared.
Yeah. Now, let's move from one Hawaiian to another. Let's move from past to future. Next weekend, your fight, Max Holloway, on the 16th. In 22 UFC bouts, Max Holloway has never been dropped. And I think we know he has an iron chin. Is it fair to say that we should expect the fight to last the full 25 minutes, or are you expecting a finish?
We're expecting the best Max Holloway, and we're expecting a 25-minute fight. So we're prepared for that. Now, we go out and do our job well enough, it won't take that long. But we're prepared to go 25 minutes with the best Max Holloway, and he's a stud himself. You already know his accolades, and it's just great to have the opportunity to go out and show why I'm of that caliber.
Yeah. And can I ask, talking about the Ige fight, just touching on it for a second, how beneficial do you think it will be going into the Max Holloway fight, having already 4 or 5 rounds? Because before this fight, you hadn't spent 5 rounds in the cage.
Yeah, it was a good checkpoint. Definitely good to get that in and just know that I've been there before. I definitely take that going into this fight and help him with the confidence, definitely in the later rounds, because we know he likes to push that pace and people want to talk that shit, saying that, I haven't been in a 5-round fight, this, that, the other. So it's good to put the check next to that box and know that we've been there before, and, we're ready for it, should it have to go 5 rounds again.
Yeah. In some ways, you almost proved the opposite. It's all, the first round knockouts are absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you would agree. But proving the other side of the game, that you can go them 25 minutes. And obviously there is obviously a worry with someone who has big knockout power like yourself, that the cardio mightn't be there, but you proved that to be wrong.
Yeah, some of my earlier fights when I started, the favorite knockouts were the first rounders, get in and out of there quick, not too much damage, go out and have energy for the night, celebrate with the team. But the ones that I feel like I've earned the most are those 3rd round ones, when it's a 3-round fight and you get that late finish after a hard war, like that Shane Burgos fight. Those are the ones that, you appreciate the most, I think, because you had to go through that fight, that dog a little bit, dig deep, and then still carry that knockout power, that finish ability later in rounds. I think that's important. And I think me and Max both have that quality. Yeah. So it should make for an exciting fight.
Well, I don't think it can't not, to be perfectly honest with you, Calvin. I think it's going to be exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's talk just briefly about Max's last fight, because he did fight for the title previously. Mm-hmm. How did you score that fight, the rematch between Volkanovski and Max Holloway?
I was actually out here in Fight Island as well, getting prepared for that Ige fight, and I was getting in a session. But what I saw, it was very close. I had Max, getting the nod for a bit, and then I saw, the champ come out in that 5th round, land a couple takedowns, and credit to him, he pushed the pace in the 5th. But it was very close, man. He was either here nor there, but a lot of people still consider Max Holloway the champ. So a win over him makes me that uncrowned champ.
And it makes you, I would argue, the #1 contender. Is that fair to say?
Hey, I think so, man. When the things were a standstill a few months back before Ortega took on Zombie, I said it. Whoever wants the shot at the title, I think you should have to go through Max Holloway to get it. And fortunately for me, I have that opportunity in front of me.
Yeah, and the other thing is some of the guys ranked higher above you at the moment have had layoffs. Zabit, I don't believe, has fought since your fight. Yair, I believe, is now suspended. Am I right in saying that?
I believe so. USADA, right? So yeah, these guys did. The only one who finally broke the ice after a couple of years was Ortega, and it was a big win, solid win. Credit to him. But I still feel like you got to go through Max to get there. And push comes to shove, I win over Max. I think definitely the champ is next in line. But who knows? You know how the rankings work and title shots and all that. I just focus on what I can control. And a solid win over Max Holloway definitely puts me in prime position.
Yes. Now, announcement came out this week, I believe it was early this week, that the fight will be shown on ABC. It's the first ABC card. You're the first main event on ABC. Can I ask, how proud are you of that?
Yeah, I'm excited. These types of things, they don't really change for me or dictate the fight so much. It's still 25 minutes, same opponent, same octagon, same everything. same risks involved, just more reward on the back end, more eyes on the fight, which is always a plus and always a positive. You know, if you're going to go through the same risk, why not have more people, you know, watching, more people tuning in? And it's a big opportunity. It definitely is. And, you know, they're talking about letting fans back in there for that event as well. So it's exciting to be a part of history. And now it's just, you know, sole focus is going out and getting my hand raised.
You've actually, when I actually just think back, it hadn't crossed my mind, but you've had your previous 2 fights without fans attendance, and the fight before that was in Moscow against what I would presume would be quite a hostile crowd. So it will be nice to have maybe a little bit of home support in there if possible.
Yeah. Fight Island's becoming like a home court advantage for me out here. You know, having fought out here in the past, it's pretty nostalgic coming back here, seeing the track and everything, the racetrack, and only thing that sucks is the radius got a little bit smaller, and they got us a little bit more tight knit. But it's great, man. I'm out here with my team and just taking it all in.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the featherweight division, because I'm of the understanding that the featherweight title fight between Alexander Volkanovski and Brian Ortega is due to happen early this year. Can I ask, who do you favour in that matchup? And who do you think is a better stylistic matchup for you?
Honestly, I'm not so focused on it right now. I'm just Max got all my attention. Yeah. You know, who knows the way, you know, the guys get injured, fights happen, who knows? I'll be ready to go if one of them pulls out, though. And I'll be eyeing the winner next anyway, whoever it is.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I've now crossed off the four out of 4 on my list of the New England Cartel, which I'm very happy about. But
I love it.
But I would argue one of the crowning moments of the New England Cartel, or even New England MMA, was UFC 220. That was the night that you got your knockout over Shane Burgos, Rob got his knockout over Thomas Almeida, and I believe a fellow New Englander, Kyle Bochniak, won on that card as well, if memory serves.
Yeah, we went 3-0. It was a special night.
It was a special night, and when we get fan attendance back, is an objective of yours and the New England Cartel more generally to headline a show in New England?
Hell yeah. I can't wait for that. You know, in the meantime, it's either Vegas or Abu Dhabi, and I can't even seem to get a Vegas fight. But back home in Boston, yeah, it was a special night, 220, and making my first bonus performance, you know, fight of the night.
Yeah.
You know, it was great. In my second fight of my contract, that was more than like 3 times my pay at the time. So, you know, it was just a huge moment for me in my career and for the, you know, all of New England MMA, like you said. And I would love to, you know, definitely go back and headline a card and maybe, you know, post Max Holloway W. You know, we can talk to Dana, the Boston OG, and get it done.
That would be amazing. The only thing I would ask, if you and Rob were both on that card, who's taking main event and who's taking co-main event spot?
Shit, that's a good question. I don't. It doesn't matter to me, man. Whoever they want, whoever's fighting for, I'd say the belt. You know, hopefully we get some belts back to the city of Boston and New England. It's the only thing we're missing there in Titletown is a UFC strap, and the New England Cartel is hard at work on that.
Can I just ask? I'm not 100% sure if you're aware of this. You do know that where I'm from, Liverpool and Boston are actually linked. I don't know if you know.
Really? Yeah. How so?
Liverpool Football Club, which I support and I actually work for, are owned by the same company as the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, all right. That's pretty dope. No, I didn't know that. I know the scenery looks pretty similar, though. You know, historically, like the buildings, things like that. Yeah. And we're a bunch of fighters, man. I love it.
We're a bunch of fighters.
And I love the accent, man. We need some of that accent in Boston. We got a pretty strong one ourselves, man. But no, I like it. Yeah, we got Rob shoot me a message. He just woke up, sleeping beauty. Kid can sleep on anybody I know, man. He sleeps on the plane before it takes off.
He's deserved it. He's got his big victory.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just on my Rob Font shit after this fight. Just sit back and chill out. And it's nice being on the other side. You know, you get to enjoy all these Abu Dhabi treats that they leave for all the fighters. They got these damn UFC gloves, you know, all this chocolate cookies and shit. Yeah, it's all real nice, except for the guy who's fighting. By the time I can eat them, they're probably all stale come Saturday night.
Well, I suppose it's like role reversal, isn't it? You had a little bit of downtime, and well, suppose you never actually. You would have been constant, or had weight on your mind in a way.
Yeah, but in general, you're right. It's a nice play back and forth. And usually, Rob's in this situation. Usually, I'm competing first historically, lately. But this one, I got a taste of it, and yeah, it's nice, man. So after the fight, I'm keeping him, pulling him in the gym, and he's hard at work, help me out, and then vice versa. So it's a good relationship we got, man. Constantly just pushing each other for the next one, and it's going to be exciting, man, when we look back and see what we've accomplished, when it's all said and done.
I couldn't agree more. Can I just ask on that note, very quickly? You obviously, Rob's fight was right before Christmas. Yours was the very first one after Christmas. Was that difficult in terms of keeping your weight under control, in terms of not letting yourself a little bit too loose?
Yeah, I mean, not difficult, but it's not enjoyable. It's I tried not to do those fights around the holidays when I was fighting locally, but now that it's in the UFC 220 was in January 20th actually, and for big moment opportunities, man, now I spin it like it's an opportunity for me to get an edge on my opponent where he might slip up through the holidays. I'm dialed in always, so I don't do these guys any favors, holiday or not. And my Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving will all be on January 17th.
That's the right attitude to have. I couldn't agree more. Can I just ask my penultimate question? You've had 4 knockouts in the UFC. Do you have a favorite?
I'd say Shane Burgos. Aside from definitely knocking out Jeremy Stevens felt great. There was a little more animosity in that one, but on just a pure respect level and hard fought fight, I'd say that Shane Burgos fight, 3rd round finish, like we talked about. We had a war, and to get that late finish in front of the hometown crowd is something I'll never forget.
Yeah, especially if memory serves. I think you won the first round pretty comfortably, and the second was back and forth. But he seemed to come on in the end of the second, and then you finished him early in the third.
And then in the start of the third, he was cheering on my crowd, like, bring it on. And I'm like, damn, all right, I respect that, but let's go get it then, And, shortly after I landed the big shot, but, I got a lot of respect for Shane. He's a tough kid, man. And it's unfortunate here his fight fell off. Hopefully to get him a replacement out here, but I'll just see that one. But yeah, and then also getting the W with my teammates, it was just a special moment for all of us. And I felt like that night specifically, New England was put on the map.
Couldn't agree more. Calvin, final question. I know you're extremely busy. 16th of January, main event against Max Holloway. Give me a prediction.
Just me getting my hand raised. That's really always my prediction. And then whatever he presents for an opening, we're ready to capitalize on. Whatever that it's going to be, it'll be. But I'm not a big prediction guy. I just visualize me getting my hand raised, and however I got to do that is fine by me. Brilliant.
Well, thank you for your time tonight. Tonight actually in Abu Dhabi. It was very much appreciated.
Thank you, Mike.
Can I just ask before you go, how can people watch the fight?
ABC, check it out. It's a lot easier than trying to tell anybody above 30 how to sign into ESPN Plus and stream some shit. Just hey, ABC, everybody gets it. So tune in ABC, check out the fight, and follow New England Cartel MMA on Instagram, and keep up to date with all things New England Cartel. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, and before we finish, how can people find you on social media?
At Calvin Kattar, check me out on there, and that's pretty much it, man. I try to stay updated on there and put out good content with sponsors that take care of us and things like that. But I try to stay as authentic as possible. I ain't no sellout like some of these other guys, but yeah, follow us on there, tune in, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff all week leading into the fight.
I'm sure we will. Calvin, it was an absolute honor. Thanks a lot for your time tonight.
Thank you, Michael. Take it easy, buddy.